asleep amidst the trees. Bats all are swaying in the breeze. But one so light, anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown, don't dare let her tremble alone. For the wheelchair, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turn green as daylight dies. But when so light anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths, my dear Dolly.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the last Haunted Connection show in this format. So I'm hoping you're all well, hoping you've all had a good weekend. We're bringing this to you from the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre in Hinckley, Leicester. And of course, we're sponsored by Sims Vintage Antiques in Wootton Warren near Stratford. So tonight we've got the lovely Amy who's joined us. Hi Amy.
Hi.
And of course, we've got our illustrious leader there, Mr. Packer.
Hello,
Big smile,
everybody.
good way. So we haven't particularly got a guest tonight. So what we thought we would do is we would make all you viewers our guests tonight. There's many of you that follow us on a weekly basis. So what we'd like you to do is put your thoughts, put your comments in. Tell us what you're doing for Christmas. Tell us what you've been doing throughout the year in lockdown. Tell us all about what's been going on, and you know, we'll bring it all up to an end this year, and looking forward to starting afresh next year, aren't we, Neil?
We are. We're changing it, aren't we? Shall we tell people what we're doing next year, Jane?
Yes.
Go on then. No. Okay. We're going to change it next year. We're changing the Monday night show. The discussion is completely changing. That's going to become a podcast. Okay. So you won't be able to see us, but it'll be a podcast. It'll be 2 hours long, and we'll have music in, we'll have stories, we'll have chats, we'll have all sorts thrown in for these 2 hours. So the discussion and this show are going to be sort of combined. So we are going to do like the Haunted Connections topic. So we're going to pick on a topic, and we're going to invite a guest on to talk about that topic because they're sort of involved in it. Like the first guest is Phil and Sarah Wyman. So the topic's going to be investigating back to basics, because that's how they investigate. We've got all sorts of different guests. We've got guests lined up right through March and into April already. So we've got lots of topics to discuss. And of course, you can add your comments to it during the shows as well. So that's how our Tuesday night show is going to be from January the 12th.
Yeah, I think that's
when we come back on.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So rather than us having a guest and us talking all about that guest, we're going to be focusing on a topic, and that guest will be supporting that topic. So that's going to be really exciting.
Okay, we've got some comments already, which is always good. It's good to. David says, "Have you ever encountered a haunted couch?"
Yeah, only when Neil sits on it.
Yeah, we do have haunted rocking chairs at the centre, so yes, we have come across a haunted couch. Here's one for you, Jane. Barry says, question for you guys, do spirits lose their energy?
No, not really. No, if you think that we are an energy, energy can't be destroyed. It can change form, but it can't be destroyed, or it doesn't sort of diminish. It just carries on, and that's the sort of energy that we want. We try and work with, so it doesn't sort of fade off or fizzle out, because you just can't do that with energy.
No. Our boss says sounds good. Sarah says looking forward to it. Exciting times ahead.
Yeah.
And Barry has shared it. Thank you. Of course, if you want to share it, you can share these live feeds. I'm just looking who's given us an angry face. So someone doesn't like us. Tough.
That's nice. That's gratitude for you.
Am I
Where's the
bothered?
Christmas spirit?
I've never heard of her anyway, so never mind. I've actually opened my first Christmas present today, haven't I, Jane?
Yeah.
Because Jane's bought me a special present and left it at the centre, and I went up today and I could see it under the wrapping, so I took the wrapping off.
That's
And
okay.
It's awesome, isn't it, Jane?
It is. It is.
And
Is it another haunted item?
It is.
You've frozen, Amy. Oh, there you're back.
Oh!
Have you seen it, Amy?
No, I guessed.
Yeah. Go on, then, Jane. Tell them more about it.
Well, what it was, it's I've been looking for items, and obviously I only want to find an item that's going to really fit in well with the centre, and obviously got some sort of energy attached to it. And as soon as I seen this, I seen the lady with it, and she was sort of beckoning to me to sort of, this is the item that you want. This is it. And I mean, that just sort of did it for me, really. But it's a 200-year-old spinning wheel. I know it originates from Wales. It's been in a chap's garage for the last 25 years. So it's and this lady is definitely attached to it. So, well, I shouldn't say too much, because
No.
about the spirit, because then everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's the lady of the spinning wheel."
Yeah. So it's just in the tea room at the minute. So we'll find a good place for that. Because of the age of this spinning wheel, we're not going to allow people to sit on it.
You don't sit on them anyway.
Oh, don't you? Oh, that's okay then.
You don't sit on them. You don't. Have you seen how little the legs are? That's not going to hold the weight of anybody.
No.
I
That's
bet
what I'm
Neil's tried
thinking.
it out already.
No, I didn't. I thought no one's going to wreck this one.
Hey, Julie, try this out.
You didn't think it was a unicycle, did you?
So I'm looking forward to working with that one.
Yeah, you can see it's really old. It's a lovely item.
Barry said, other question for you guys. Do we go back home after this life? Do we meet up with our family again?
Yes, we all go back to the spirit world. And in the spirit world, we will meet up with family, parents, grandparents, dogs, cats, anything else that you had feelings, that you had a connection with through love. You will meet up with those people again, and even people that you probably never met, great grandparents, stuff like that.
And you probably could visit places that you've always loved in life as well.
Yeah.
Tina's watching. She says hi. Bloss really does love me. She says, stupid boy.
I love Bloss.
So any questions? What about your show next year, you two? Then the confession show. Is it carrying on? Is it changing, or have you thought about it?
Well, it's carrying on. Is the Pope a Nazi sex slave? Oh yes. Absolutely, it's carrying on.
Yeah, actually, we had quite a few stories for you last night, didn't we?
Yeah, not that I can remember any of them.
You'll have to watch it back.
You have to sit, instead of doing the housework tomorrow, Amy, you have to sit and watch it.
Well, I've already been on Matrix Paranormal and stole all their good stories as well. That's fun. That's fun.
No, I don't. Colette says my auntie had a spinning wheel in the garden. It was really big, and they lived in a cottage in Wales. I often wondered what happened to it. Hey,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the one.
She might want
Yeah.
it
Well, I
back.
know this one originates from Wales. Yeah.
Yeah, another Welsh item.
But they sit next to them. It's not a seat. That's
All
where all
right.
the mechanism goes on the where all the spinning
Oh,
and the
does it?
bobbing.
Oh, that's all right then. I thought I'm not going to let people sit. I ain't got a clue. I
But
thought I ain't letting people sit on it.
yeah, but because of its age, it is quite fragile, so you don't want people dragging it around too much.
No, we'll look after it. So Amy, what are you doing over Christmas then?
Not a lot.
Not a
I've
lot,
got
by
the big
looks of it.
parameet. Twice. 3 times.
Twice. 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the Amy week, isn't it?
No.
3
'cause we're gonna
shows you're doing.
In fact, I've got the Lockdown Loonies on the on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I've got Gap Paranormal, my team, on the 27th, I think. 28th, we've got the Confession show, and we got the Lockdown Loonies again, universally challenged.
I suppose I better come up with some questions then, hadn't I?
And some pictures.
Yeah, and some pictures.
Well,
yeah.
I've only got 2 pictures. Okay,
We've got your finger out then.
I've got another question from Barry. Question: I would like to know what is on the other side of life. Go on, Jane. That's for you.
Well, when we leave this, I mean, this is my belief, obviously, but when we leave this earthly body behind, when it can no longer serve us anymore, we then go on into the spirit world, and it's our energy, it's our that energy consists of our character, our personality, and that's where we go on to. But it's not a world the same as this world. You've got no physical body to constrain you, and you are just energy. You do spend a little bit of time readjusting in the spirit world, but really you go on to do other things. You can eventually go on to be a spirit guide. You can help people, you can do healing, you can be reincarnated again and come back to this earth. So there is a lot more to do once we leave this body.
Do you think you choose what to do next, or it's just that's it, that's your next stage?
Well, I think free will has a lot to do with it, and this is where your character, your personality, that is what sort of goes with you, with your energy. And that's when we connect with spirit, we pick up on their their character, their personality, their intent, and what they're going to do. So when we get nasty spirits, grumpy old spirits that don't want to be nice, or that's still that same personality. If you were bad in life, you more likely will be bad in death, because that's just how you are.
Yeah.
Do you think we have to have lessons we have to learn in each lifetime?
I think so, yes, because that's how you progress, because it's all about progression. And if you're going to become somebody's spirit guide, how can you help somebody if you've got no knowledge or experience of life anyway?
True.
That's very true. Okay, that's Sarah says we're in tier 4, so Xmas is going to be very quiet for me. Usually I have a house full. Going to be very different. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is, isn't it? I think a lot of people, Christmas is not going to be the same, is it? But I think let's just have Christmas in June. It'll be nice. It'll be nice weather, nice and warm. We can go down the park with a Christmas pud.
Yeah. Christmas pud down the park, and you got no white lightning.
Ross says, can we go and play with all the dogs?
Yes, I think if you've got animals and things, you'll be you will be reunited with your animals. One of my dogs who died about 9 years ago, I still see her now and again running in and out. you know, they're still around you.
Yeah. Okay, Barry's got another question. How many levels are there on the other side of life, hun?
Well, they say that there's 7 levels, and there's lots of different things. It just depends really on, I think, how much you want to do and how much you want to progress yourself. If you just want to stay, if your spirit just wants to stay in a house that you've loved and you just want to be there all the time, then, you know, then that's fine. That's what you're going to do. Not everybody will go on to do all the things. You know, not everybody will go on to be spirit guides or healers or, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Amanda says, Sarah Edwards, I think many more of us will be following you into tier 4. Couldn't restrictions haven't worked so far? Take care. I think you're about right there, Amanda. I think after Christmas, I think there'll be another lockdown, and we'll all be staying at home.
Yeah, I think even the schools might even get another lockdown as well.
Do you think so?
I hope so.
You just want a holiday.
Oh, but still be working though.
Sarah says, I'm planning on an Xmas barbecue for my birthday in June. Going to put the Xmas tree up in the garden.
Why not? Get some fake snow and everything.
Bloss says she knows her dog's still around her.
Yeah.
Sarah says, thanks, Amanda. It is what it is. I want to see many more Christmases, so this is what we have to do. Yeah, it's not easy, is it? So what's your plans for Christmas, Jane?
Well, I shall be here as usual. I've got a session of chemo tomorrow, and then next week is my very last session. I've had 6 months of chemo, so I'm about ready for the end of it now. So next week is my last one. Yeah, 6 months I've been having it. So next one is my next the 30th of December is my last one. So yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a dry Christmas for me. No alcohol or anything like that, but I shall.
I'll have
it's
one
not,
for you,
but I
Jane,
don't miss it. I don't miss it, and I should just do other things. I've got, you know, I've got a couple of bottles of Schlur in the fridge chilling, so I shall have some of that. And
so there'll be no crawling across the grass in a drunken stupor then this year.
No, not this year, no. So yeah, but I am so excited for Christmas. I'm not going to let this spoil my Christmas. I'm not going to let it. And I've got all the usual things, and it's been completely different. You know, it's the first time ever I've had to do all my Christmas shopping online. Never done that before. Yeah. You know, I usually like walking around the shops and buying things. So I've never done that before. I've sort of planned everything. I've got all my food in now. I've got all my stuff in. All I've got to do now is just wrap some more presents, and I'm about there. But it has been completely different. But I refuse to let this thing spoil my Christmas. Nothing's going to spoil my Christmas spirit or my Christmas magic, and it's still all there.
That's good. Okay, a few more comments. Sarah says, good idea, Ames. Fake snow. She likes that.
Yeah.
Yvonne says, bless you to you, Jane.
Oh, thank you.
And Sarah says, you've been amazing, Jane. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
but you got to keep fighting on, haven't you? You got to keep fighting on. You got to keep positive. And you know, I don't put it all over Facebook, and I don't put it all over because I refuse to let it have any power over my life.
And Bloss says, you have an amazing Christmas, Jane.
I will do.
And just think, make the most of the holiday.
Yeah. You watch. I'll just be all there ready to go and come back up the central. We'll be in another lockdown.
We'll get you in there, Joan. We'll sneak you in.
Yeah,
but you were there, Joy. Joy. Where's Joy come from, Jane? Who is Joy?
What's she got to do with it?
Who is she? That's what scares me. Barry says, I don't think that I will be coming back to the Earth plane again, guys. I will stay in the spirit world, to be honest with you. Only time I will come back to keep an eye on my boys. Yeah. I actually want to come back and cause havoc to all the people who've crossed me in my life.
Yeah, I also think that people think that there's this massive difference between where the spirit world is and where we are, and there isn't any sort of distance there really, because in this space all around us, this sort of ether, that is where I believe the spirit world reside anyway. They're right next to us, they're all around us, and you know, there's no distance. So even though you might not come back from the spirit world, you will still be seeing your boys, you know, on a daily basis if you want to.
Yeah. Sarah says, love your positivity, Jane. Being positive really does work.
Yeah, it does.
I must admit, I do admire you, Jane, the way you've coped with this last year. I know a few weeks ago, or perhaps a few months ago, I had a bit of a wobble, didn't I?
You did.
And
You did.
you gave me a
She
kick on the
soon kicked
backside.
your ass as well.
You gave me a kick on the backside. I thought, yeah, I've got no problems compared to some people.
Yeah, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? We all help each other. We all help each other get through.
Yeah, and that's what we do. Bloss says it was being positive that got me over my stroke.
Yeah. You got to have that strength.
Biff says get Joy on the confession show, Ames.
I've got to find her first.
Don't know where that name comes. I've never known a Joy.
Yes, you have.
Ooh.
She's part of Ghost Hunter Tours. She comes up to the centre. She comes up
Joy?
with me and Dee. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Maybe you're thinking about Joy and Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting into the Christmas spirit of things.
That's his excuse.
But of course, some people have to work on Christmas Day, don't they?
Oh, he
Oh,
keeps throwing
no.
that one in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I used to work Christmas Day every bloody year when I worked behind the bar.
Yeah, I bet you used to get drunk and all.
Not
Only a
until
little
about
bit.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Depends on how many I'd bought me. I won't pay for them.
Oh, Sarah says, oh dear, Neil, you're losing your mind. Yeah, my mind went a long time, Sarah.
And his marbles.
Barry says, last night, my bathroom door opened up last night. I went out to have a look. There was no one there, guys. It was a loud shut. Yeah, I remember you telling us about things last night, Barry. And my mate Bloss says, ears gone blank. Get the violin out.
It's only a little violin. We have the smallest violins ever up at the centre.
Yeah. That's because Neil's too stitched to buy big ones.
Sarah says, so Neil, tell us about your new job. Well, I shouldn't tell people really, Sarah, but I will.
It's top secret. If he tells you, he'll have to kill you.
No, I'll tell you. I can't tell you where I'm working, but I'm working in a COVID-19 testing station. So anyone who's got symptoms comes into there and we test them. I started last week, so that's what I'm doing until the centre can reopen. Because I thought, well, COVID's closed the centre, losing my income, so it can pay me again. So I might as well make a living out of it.
I love the way, though, that you have actually just got off your backside and gone and got a job to sort of help yourself through. Where, you know, a lot of people will just sit back and they'll just think, you know, give up. But, you know, you don't do that.
You should have heard him bloody moaning he had to go and get a job.
I'm
nothing about moaning in my ear for weeks.
I admit I'm not happy about it, but I was quite enjoying my lifestyle. Harry says it did scare me, guys. It would do if you didn't know what it was.
Yeah. especially if you're on your own as well.
Yeah. Bloss says he'll haunt you. Yes, I will. Sarah says, good for you, Neil. Bloss says, you're not testing me. No, I'm not actually
Yeah,
doing
you're
the
gonna
testing.
Bloss testing. Like she'll be testing you with a stick.
Yeah. I don't know if you have you ever had one of the tests? Oh, Jane has, obviously. It's not very
I've
pleasant.
had
haven't.
them.
It's not pleasant.
I'm trying to avoid
Yeah.
that at all costs. I'm trying to avoid the injection at the minute.
I think the last one I had was the worst. The nurse really did stick it right up my nose, right up to the top. I thought she was going to poke my eye out.
Really?
Yeah, and then when she
She would have
stuck
had
it
a
down my
poke in the eye
throat,
herself if
it
she
nearly
come
made
near
me
me with that.
sick because she stuck it that far down my throat. I nearly swallowed it.
Oh,
It's horrible.
she didn't like you then, did she?
No, she didn't. She was well pissed off at being out there in the rain, I think. She'd got to take it out on someone. Just stick it up your fucking nose.
Okay. Haunted Antique says, have you got your squirty cream ready for Luna's Xmas Eve, Amy?
You're damn right I have. I've had it ready for about 2 weeks.
Have you had a trial run?
No, not yet. I ain't even opened the tin yet because I bought it so me and Melody could have hot chocolate. And then I looked at it and was like, I've got an idea.
Susie says, hi guys, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much. And to you, Susie.
Yeah.
I can't remember, perhaps you're a new watcher because I can't remember your name. But thank you. We are going to have a good Christmas. We are going to have a good New Year. Barry says, question, do you think that most mediums give out false readings or not?
Depends on who you trust, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just depends, really. There's a lot of good mediums out there, and there's a lot of mediums that aren't so good. And I think it depends really on how the medium works. You know, you can tell when a medium has that genuine connection with spirit, and you can tell when a medium doesn't, or when a medium's just working psychically. You know, it's a difficult one because it's you know, sometimes you put your trust in these people, but at the end of the day, perhaps they're not as good as what you'd like them to be. So,
Yeah.
you know, you just got to be careful, really.
Well, obviously, we have the best one working at the centre.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But I do put a lot of time and effort in trying to, trying to work well with spirit, and
Yeah.
I think spirit reward me back.
Yeah. Susie says, I haven't been on for a while. Life got in the way. Okay. Well,
Oh,
welcome
nobody
back,
does.
Susie.
Yeah, welcome back.
Nice to have you back. And she says, thank you. Okay, Sarah says, Jane, why do you think that someone I know keeps coming to me in my dreams in the last week? He's terminally ill, but I had to cut all ties with him about 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's a tricky one when people are terminally ill and they know that there's no sort of cure, or they're not going to get better, and maybe it is a bit of a cry for help. Maybe he's sending this sort of message out to a lot of people around him. We can do some strange things in desperation, and I do think that we can do a lot of things that we're not aware that we can do. And it's a shame that we can't get more sort of evidence and more sort of practice in working like this. But this could be a way of him just sort of projecting himself to just as a cry for help, or maybe he's not even aware he's doing it. If he's in his sleep, or if he's got a lot of painkillers or stuff like that, maybe he's just taking himself off to a place where a better place in his own mind. It's a tricky one, really.
Yeah. Let's put Sarah's other comment up. She says, oh no, that's Bloss's. Sarah says, Neil, this is the guy I was telling you about last time I was at the centre who lied to me and took advantage of my good nature. Yeah, I remember, Sarah. Perhaps he feels a bit guilty. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Bear with me.
You're all over the place.
I'm new
Got
to
a
this.
bit click happy.
Susie says, just wondering if you pick anything up from me.
Not really. Not just from some, not just from sort of comments. I'm not. If you like, I've not sort of switched on at the moment, because if I did that, then I would be sort of perhaps connecting with everybody on the live feed. And while we're doing the live feeds, I tend not to do that, because we're just trying to focus on the actual content of the show.
Yeah.
I don't tend to try and pick up on people while we're doing the live feeds.
Yep, good answer. She's got an on-off switch. It's on the back of her neck. Shame Amy ain't got one.
Get stuff.
Okay, let's put Bloss's comment. Bloss says, "We'll not do anything without Jane being there." That's praise enough, isn't it, Jane?
Yeah. Thank you.
I remember when we did some seances, which we're going to bring back next year, that Bloss had booked onto a seance, but then you couldn't make it for some reason. And Bloss says, "Oh, I'm not coming without Jane." And I wouldn't do a seance without you anyway, Jane. So
Yeah, I do think the centre is quite phenomenal, though, at times. And we have had some quite strong stuff come through there, and it's
yeah.
if we're inviting stuff in, there's lots of people around the table, then we just have to be careful, don't we?
Yeah, we've got to be safe. Right, Barry says, question, and do you think that my mother don't mind me doing meditation with crystals and stones?
No, I don't think she would. Meditation and working with crystals is a really nice, relaxing sort of way to pass your time. So I think, if you focused on that, I think your mum might be sitting there with you, and I think she'd be quite proud that you're focusing on yourself and looking after yourself.
Okay, then. Another one, I think it's the Jane show tonight. Susie says, I wish I could talk to my mum. She passed 12 years ago.
Yeah. Well, if your parents, when you want to talk to your parents, if they don't come through, you could sort of take it that they're at ease and they're at peace and everything else. If she started coming through, then that would be something that you would need to sort of help her with, because she would be coming through to help you.
Yeah. Okay. Neil says, I keep dreaming about my mum. You wouldn't believe how good I feel after I wake up. It's like I've actually been with her.
Yes, and more likely that will be her coming through. I always say that the first step that spirit take to come and communicate with you is in your dreams, because you're not likely to sort of close down and disbelieve what you're saying or seeing. You when they come to you in your dreams, you're relaxed, you're open, and you won't sort of fight, and have that sort of that conflict going on about what you're seeing and what you're not seeing and everything else. So they generally come to you in your dreams first. That's the first stage.
Okay, let's bring Amy in now, because she's sitting there all nice and quiet, which I'm not used to.
Amy, quiet.
When Amy's sitting quiet, I think, oh God, what's she planning?
Where's the staple gun?
Where's the staple gun, or where are those 3 skeletons?
Yeah, you should have seen how they were this week.
I'll send the picture to you, Jane, but I wouldn't put it on our page, because they're being really rude lately.
No, it was an horror film. It was an horror film.
Anyway, Amy,
Yeah.
you used to regard yourself as a talking board killer,
Yes.
but lately you've been using the talking board, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been doing the talking board. I think it's that. I think the way I'm using it, I'm not being so negative on myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not automatically shutting myself down by saying I'm a board killer.
Yeah.
And I think that was half the problem, because I didn't. It's trusting the people that you're with as well.
Yeah. So you actually listened to Jane's advice then?
Of course I do. I always listen to Jay's advice.
Okay, Amanda says, sorry, got to go. Lovely to hear and see you. Lots of love to you. Have a good Yule and extra hugs for Ames.
Love you,
Oh,
AJ.
bless.
Yeah, you
Love
take
you.
care.
I love AJ.
Barry says, sometimes I use my Paratech apps. She comes through on there.
Oh, yeah, that's good then.
That's good. Susie says she understands. Thank you.
Oh, that's good then.
Barry says you're welcome. That's something you might go on some shows, and even though a medium won't particularly pick up on things, I think they might say something that would make you feel better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we won't do that if Jane's not switched on the minute, so she'll say she's not talking to spirits at the minute. Jane will not make something up just because we're live on the show.
No, there's no point.
Because if you do make things up, you'll get caught out.
Yeah.
And that's something we've said from day one at the centre, isn't it, Jane?
Yeah, we only work in truth and honesty.
Yeah, and that's why we get what we get. Okay, Bloss says, the thing that upsets me the most is the last time I visited my son in hospital is that he said, Mummy, and you did not hear him and left without saying goodbye to him. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. It's a bad time, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Susie says she has in my dreams.
Well, that's good.
She's visited you in your dreams. Yeah, that's good then. Yeah, that's good. Your mum's visited you in your dreams.
Susie says again, I'm so lucky, and she always told me she was happiest in her 30s, and that's the age she came to me. It was lovely. I just miss her. That's interesting. So, going on that point, that comment, then, do you think when you pass, and you can visit people, can you come back at any age that you want to?
Yes. When you say come back, it's at any age. It's not necessarily coming back at any age. It's you can sort of manifest, if you like, your image where somebody would recognise you the most. You know, if you've not seen somebody for 30 years and you used to go to school with them or whatever, you know, then you could manifest as that sort of person the last time they saw you, so that they would recognise you. You know, if they saw you 50 years later as an old person, they may not recognise you. When I was doing the platform work, a few times they'd come through and I could describe them, and then they could change that to sort of to be where, you know, I could describe them again. He's sort of showing me this form, and they would then recognise them because it's how they saw them last. So they can come back in a form of their younger self, so that you can recognise them, because they don't waste any energy. They want, you know, you to recognise them as soon as possible.
Okay, well, this, I think you'll know the next guy whose comment this is. John. Oh. John says, looking beautiful, Mum. I think John's after his Christmas present there.
Yeah, it's. I've still got to wrap it. It's nearly under the tree. Oh, bless you. Thank you.
I like your methods, John. I'm only
try that himself.
I'm only joking. Susie says you can't beat truth and honesty. No, that's essential to us. Biff says, I rarely remember my dreams, well, except the one with Celia Imrie, but that's another story. So is that why I struggle to communicate with my spirit guides?
I rarely remember my dreams.
Oh, sorry.
that wouldn't stop you communicating with your spirit guides. You just perhaps need to be a little bit more open and just sort of tune into. It's a case of sort of tuning in and having that bit more self-discipline as such. So you might find that doing some meditation will calm your mind. Some people find it difficult to communicate with spirit or the spirit guides because they can't calm their mind enough. Their mind's too busy.
Well, I'm the perfect
meditation.
example of that.
Yeah, meditation will slow it down and let you have a clear space where spirit can come in and talk to you.
Okay. Barry says, can we come back again as ourselves?
Not really, no. Because why would you want to come back as yourself? Because you're not going to learn anything new if you come back as but that person, that life has already happened. You will be sort of born into a new life.
So you've served the purpose in this life, haven't you?
You've served the purpose. You've learnt all the lessons that you can do, or you've learnt nothing at all, depending on you know what sort of a life you've had. And then when you go back to the spirit world, you know, you will then, if you do come back, you will then go back into, you know, a baby. Your soul will go back into a baby, and then you'll have a new life to learn more things.
Yeah. Susie says, I can't remember her in her 30s just by photos. I knew she was in her 30s when she came to me in my dreams. That was interesting.
You see, maybe that's the time when she absolutely loved herself the best, when she felt the best, you know, she looked the best. And that's how she wants to remain in the spirit world, in that image.
Then she says, I got a lot of comfort. Thank you, guys. Yous are amazing. See you soon. Off to bed.
Oh, bless you. Night, night.
And then she loves meditation, so she's still with us. I get a lot of insight from it. Yeah, meditation is amazing. If you don't do meditation, I recommend you just finding some time for yourself and meditate. It's something, I think they should do meditation classes in school, personally.
Yeah. They have done some in schools, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And the behaviour of the kids changed completely.
Yeah. Biff, who's watching on YouTube, yeah, classic overthinker, and my mind struggles to switch off. Yeah, you need to meditate, Biff. Susie says, I believe and been told I've lived many lives. Yeah, quite possibly. I've been told I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, she did. That's so true. That's when her mum was in her 30s. So here's one for Amy. Neil said, don't start that one again. Neil said his Amy's mic broke. I've never seen her so quiet. It's a little bit scary, isn't it? When Amy's quiet, you think, oh God, what's she up to? Where's the staples going now?
I've got some more staples actually I need to bring up.
And Sarah says, I thought that too, Neil. See, they're not used to you being quiet, Amy.
It does happen occasionally.
Not very often, let's face it. Bloss says, would love to talk to you, Jane, about my Andrew at the centre.
Yeah, well, when we get back up there, we'll have a cup of tea and we'll have a chat.
Yeah. And Barry says, the only time I will come back only when I'm a spirit. Yeah, come back as a spirit. I intend to come back as a spirit, and I intend, like I said, I intend to dish some karma out.
I could think of some people who you could visit.
I've got a few ideas as well. I'll come and join you.
Oh, it is a good one. John says it's Mum you need to watch when she's quiet.
I don't know what you
Good
mean.
teacher.
What do you mean, John?
I don't know what he means.
Tell us more.
I feel a confession coming on.
I'm intrigued now. Jane sits there, all good and giving out good advice. I think there's some stories to be told there.
Oh no, there is.
I can feel a good backhander coming on.
John, message me so I can put it on the confession show.
Actually, that would be a good one, wouldn't it?
I might get him on the show actually.
The confession show, the confession show about the presenters and the team.
Have a mystery guest.
Oh, John says my lips are sealed on the last show.
Yeah.
That's that backhander you heard.
I think I've told you about the backhander I gave him in boots, knocked him into all the suntan closure.
Yeah, yes, you told me.
Yeah. Bless him.
I couldn't imagine. Knowing John, I couldn't imagine you giving a backhander, Jane.
I can remember
it's
the
a
time
classic.
my son, like, going mental in the shop. He wanted a magazine or something, and I never had no money on me at the time. And and he started having a tantrum in the shop, and I walked out the shop and left him in there. The woman in the shop's like, "Are you going to take her out? So I'll be out in 5 minutes. It'll be fine." Like, I stood outside waiting, like, and then he was like, as if nothing happened. Like, just walked out the shop because he didn't get his own way.
Bloss says thanks, Jane.
Oh, bless. Yeah. We'll catch up sometime in the future, hopefully.
Barry says, is there a thing called grounding yourself to the earth plane or not?
Yes, you can. One of the things, if you're working with spirit, is to sort of ground yourself, and that's really to sort of to really balance out the energies and to you to sort of have that holding, keeping your feet on the ground, basically.
Yeah. Amy is saving herself for the loonies.
Yes,
Probably.
probably.
You're making John laugh now. Then he says, "You tell everyone." And Sarah says, "Come on, tell us, Johnny." I think we need to spill the beans chat sometime, John.
Oh, bless him.
So okay, it's really nearly 10:02.
Gone quick, isn't it?
That's gone amazing
It
quick.
really has.
Yeah, it always does when we throw it open.
So any more comments? Because this is the last one of this year, and it's the last one like in this format. So after this, in the new year, there will be a topic, and we're going to stick to the topic on Tuesday nights because we're going to have a guest who can talk about that topic. And I think one night we're going to be talking about fairies, aren't we? I think.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think Kate's. Is it Kate that's coming on?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway.
Yeah, that'd be good.
John says, "Merry Christmas, everyone. See you in a few days, Mum."
Yeah, bless him.
Yeah, and to you, John. You look after your mum.
Yeah, he's going to be coming and doing the cooking, I think. I should just supervise, of course.
Doing what you do best.
Well, I've taught her.
You're the king of supervising, you are.
I'm the best one to just dishing out instructions. No one listens
That's when
to
you
me.
fall into sleep.
Barry says, "Have a lovely Christmas, Happy New Year." And to you, Barry, I hope to see you next year.
Barry.
Gary says, "I've never seen you guys stick to one's topic yet." So that'll be worth watching while seeing how long you go for.
Oh, I should think
They'll
it'd
be
be at
putting
least
on
5 whole
bets.
minutes.
You know us too well, Gary. So, any final words then, guys? Because we've got 10 minutes to go, and let's tell everybody about the Parameet. Let's push it over to Amy, because she's been very quiet, and I don't like it. I'm a bit scared.
What do you want me to say?
Tell everybody about the Parameet.
It's a paranormal get-together, a party. Loads
When-
of different teams will be coming on from Boxing Day right through to the 31st,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And it's not these big well-known teams. It's going to be the smaller groups and that, and it's
Yes.
basically everybody getting to know each other.
That's right. Well done.
And
Go on.
we have
Go
we
on.
have a raffle.
We do, don't we?
We have a raffle as well.
What's the
so,
raffle, Amy?
It's the prize is a night's investigation at the HAPRC, and you can choose any way how you spend it. You can either have it on your own, you can either share it with your friends, you can even sell the night to different people and that, make money out of it. It's your night, and
Do what you want.
exactly, no rules.
And how
Oh,
much is the
within-
ticket?
£2 a ticket.
It is. Well done.
It's well worth it.
Yeah. It's so that will be announced on New Year's Eve, just before the New Year countdown.
Yeah, very exciting.
So you'll be able to see the New Year in with us. Sorry.
That's going to be good.
It will.
I'm missing some comments now. Neil says Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. John says she ain't ready for Chef Ramsay special.
I don't know. I've heard a few F-bombs come out of her mouth before.
Only a few.
Oh, well, a few more.
Oh,
Ross says if you want tantrums, you should go shopping with Benji. Help me, lady. Help me, man.
oh bless.
I actually hate shopping, so that ain't gonna happen. Anna says I would sleep there. Yeah, I know you would. Susie says, meaning I'm an old soul. I've lived many lives, so I've been told. Yeah. There's quite a few people who've been to the centre like that, haven't there, Jane?
Yeah, there is. And, you know, it always amazes me sometimes when I meet, you know, little babies and, you know, you can look in their eyes and you can tell that they've been here so many times before, and you can see, you know, connect with that energy, and that you can see that they're an old soul and the baby is, you know, it just always amazes me how spirits still work, and they're always teaching me something new.
Yeah.
Don't you think all babies look like Winston Churchill?
What, smoking a cigar and sticking 2 fingers up?
Yeah.
Neil says, on your own, you're mad. That was to Hannah. And Susie says she's still not gone back. Sorry, Susie, we're keeping you up with all this entertainment. Bloss says, have a lovely Christmas, guys. We will, and you too,
you
Bloss.
too,
And
Bloss.
like I said last night, Bloss, if we do get snow and you get housebound and you need anything, you know where we are. We will come and help you. Susie says, oh, that's lovely. Gary says, Godig Dash, good night all. Stay safe and try and have a good Christmas. We will do our best.
Yeah, and you too, Gary.
So, any last words, Jane?
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody, you know, don't let this spoil your Christmas, whatever's going on. You know, you can still have a good Christmas. You can still have that Christmas magic. Still keep Christmas in your heart. And just celebrate it the best way you can. Don't let this COVID thing ruin this big celebration that we have every year. You know, just keep positive, keep happy, and have an extra sherry if you need to. You know, just keep positive and just see it through and make the most of it.
Yeah, Christmas is what you make it. If you want it to be good, it's going to be fantastic. And even I've been festive this year. I put my tree up last night. I normally wait till Christmas Eve.
Oh, I'm impressed.
I know.
I am
A few
well
days
impressed.
earlier. It'll be still on Boxing Day, mind you, but it's up a few days.
Sarah says, "Have a lovely Christmas, lovely peeps. We'll see you in the new year." Actually, Sarah's got a present for us as well in the new year.
Oh, bless her. What's she got?
Can you remember when we did a live feed and one of the people in the war room says he likes playing chess?
Yeah.
And we says, "Okay, would you like us to get you a chessboard, an old chessboard?" He said, "Yeah." Sarah's actually got us an old chessboard.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well done, Sarah.
Thank you very much for that, Sarah. Bloss said, "Thanks, Neil. I hope you can push the car up the hill." Yeah, I remember your house, Bloss. There's hills both sides, isn't there? I'll bring Judy for that one.
I'd pay good money to see that.
Okay, let's put John. I think this is a good comment from Johnny. John says, "We're still pretty lucky. In 1914, people were having Xmas in the trenches. People are just being asked to stay at home in the warm with internet and TV."
Yeah, there's a lot more people that have got it so much worse than what we've got it. And, you know, there's people in the past that have survived terrible things. We've just got to stay positive. Just keep fighting on.
Exactly. And not flipping, go and buy everything like some people have been doing. That's ridiculous. We are not going to run out of food.
No, we're not.
No way. The warehouses are absolutely rammed with all the food. Okay, it might not be fresh food. Perhaps that will run out, but we're not going to starve. Don't worry about it. And we're certainly not going to run out of bog roll. Don't. Some people must think COVID gives you the runs. It doesn't. I'm not a doctor, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So just buy your normal stuff. So I think that's about it for this year, isn't it?
Yeah. All we just got to say really is Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. And just make the most of it.
Next year's going to be better.
Yeah.
But just think out, like Johnny says, just how think the people were in 1914 in the muddy trenches. So we ain't got it that hard, have we?
Absolutely.
No, we've not.
Make it the best you can.
Yeah, so we are going to say good night now and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone connected to HAPRC. And we'll see you. We'll see you in the new year. Well, we'll see you on Boxing Day for the Parameet. So
yeah,
and then you've got us for 6 nights on the trot.
And don't forget, send me your confessions.
Yeah, we have got a special Christmas confessions. So that'll be funny to watch.
Yeah, because I've got loads of stories. I stole most of them.
Good old Amy. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely Christmas day. And like Jane says, enjoy it. I know it might be a bit different, but still enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all Boxing Day.
Yeah. So take care.
See you Christmas Eve.
Yep. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Was asleep in midst the trees.